Hi, everybody. Welcome to Cover the Spread here for Wednesday, July 23rd, 2025. Hey, if you're new to Cover the Spread, welcome aboard. Glad to have you. Make sure you subscribe. And hey, flip on that notification bell. That way you get notified when this video drops and you can get the best of the numbers with us. As we always do, hey, we'll get to the cappers, see how they're rolling along, and then we'll get to the three plays we got rolling on the diamond for you here on Wednesday's slate. Let's kick it on over to Al to get it started. How you doing here, Al?
Well, it's been a rough comeback from the All-Star break for me. I guess I did not need that break, but hey, still looking to get out of my slump, and it's I guess I'm not the only one. We've seen a few teams and a few players slumping a little bit in the baseball, which may have messed a few of my picks up too. But hey, I'll take responsibility for my own and try to do better.
Definitely me as well. Dropped it with the Rays in the last play there. They just didn't get the job done. Inconsistency by this Rays team. So, hey, looking for a bounce back here on Tuesday, with Tuesday pending as we head into the Wednesday's action. Head on over to Ramon. How you doing here, Ramon?
Yeah, Rod, ready to go here for another edition of Cover the Spread. Hopefully, bring a few winners our way here. So, yeah, we're going to have some good matchups here today and bring you some more. I picked a few winners yesterday, so let's do it here again today.
Definitely. Let's head on into today's action. First game we're looking at, we got the Cincinnati Reds in this one. And the Reds are taking on the Nationals here. This is Al's game, so he's going to get us going here to kickstart Wednesday slate. Nationals, Reds. What do you got for us, Al?
Yeah, pretty interesting matchup here. I think we got the Reds giving Nick Lodolo the start when they get their rematch if you're losing 10-8. It's going to be Michael Soroka looking like getting the start for the Nationals here in Washington in Game 2 of this series. Now, the Reds had also lost their series finale against the Mets in New York before that. But they were pretty hot before these two losses. They had won 6 or 7 before those two losses. So I think with this pitching matchup, gives us a good spot to bounce back here. We got the better lineup in these Reds. We got the better starter in Lodolo, who's been pitching well coming into this matchup. And we definitely have the better bullpen here going against what's looking like the worst bullpen in the league right now. So I think Lodolo leads the way here, and the bullpen does the rest of the job for us, finishes off for us. I'm taking the Reds here. A decent price on the road. You could just stick to the money line, but I'll touch the run line as well. Try to bring this juice down a little bit. I'll take the Reds -1 here.
Head on over to Ramon. What do you like here in this one? Cincinnati or Washington here on Wednesday?
Yeah, that Nationals bullpen, they're moving into a class by themselves at the bottom of the bullpens for sure. So why wouldn't the Reds, I think, have a strong game? I think we've seen some runs here for sure with teams coming into Washington right now. Washington's had some offense for sure. That's how they've been able to compete in some of these games and win a few games at home anyway. But, oh, man, you look at this lineup going against Soroka here, I would think they could really produce. I mean, between Dela Cruz and Fraley, Gavin Lux, and my favorite new guy, Noel Marte, I would think that we got the Reds here to put up a number. That's what I'm getting at, guys. I'm going to go over Cincinnati's team total, I think, here in this one. Soroka combined with that bullpen, and I like I like these Reds bats, some of the time anyway, and I think I got to here in this one. So give me Reds team total over here against Washington on Wednesday.
And for me here in this matchup, you know what? I'm going to just say, hey, I think we do see some runs, and I say we're going to kickstart them off early with some fireworks. So say yes, runs, first inning. We've seen 4 matchups between these two teams already this season, and guess what? 3 of those have seen runs in the first inning. So yes, runs, first inning. Cincinnati Reds, Washington Nationals here on Wednesday. Hey, that wraps up game number 1. Let's head on over to game number 2, where we're looking at the Braves taking on the Giants. Hey, this is a game I love, so I'll get us started here in this one. You're looking at the Braves. Hey, Strider on the mound for the Braves, and you know what? I like him. He's starting to get things together. He did have a little bit of a slow start, but you look what he's done. He hasn't given up more than 3 runs in his last 7 starts. Team's got 4 wins in those 7 starts as well, so I like the progression moving forward for the rest of the season. I think he'll be a viable pitcher and a bright spot for this Braves team. And they don't have too many bright spots pitcher-wise right now. So at least they got Strider, and he's been rolling along, and I think he'll do well here. Going against Verlander on the other side for the Giants. And, he's had 15 starts and still searching for that big old W. The team does have some wins in his starts, though. Only 2 of those in his last 10. So, yikes. Tough for Verlander. Maybe he should have hung it up already. It's always maybe one of those things that he might have went 1-2 season too far, I think. He should have retired last year. But it is what it is. Good for us for making some money. Says we're going to take the Braves here on the run line. I think this Brave squad needs to continue to get wins here in the second half of the season if they want to make some noise in the playoffs going forward. So they got to continue to stack W's, as they say. And I think it starts here with Strider on the bump. I'll take the Braves on the run line here in this one on Wednesday. Let's head on over to Al to get us started in this one. What do you like? Braves, Giants here on Wednesday.
Yeah, you look at these 2 pitchers here. These 2 starters have great numbers against these lineups, but as you mentioned, Verlander not having his best year, probably did go 1 year too far here. You would have told me any time in the past. I know we've seen him slowly fall off too, but you would have told me at any point that he could be 0-8. I'd tell you, man, I wouldn't have never believed that. But here we are. And Strider, yeah, we've seen him struggle, but he's bounced back a little bit. And I agree with Rod here on the side. You got to back the Braves here in this matchup, I believe. But just to look at it in a different way here, we got the wind blowing in a little bit. So that might help Verlander a little bit. And, it hasn't been all bad out of him. He's had decent start, bad start, decent start. He's gone 6 innings, then 3 innings, 6 innings, then 2.2 innings. So he hasn't been all terrible. I would lean to an under here, but I think I'd probably just lean to the Giants team total under in this one.
Head on over to Ramon. We like here, Braves, Giants here on Wednesday.
Yeah, you wonder if Verlander can get it together. His brother says that if you look at the metrics, he's better than his stats, but I'm not so sure with a BABIP over 300 here. And yeah, you can't make any excuses for the not keeping your team in games, not getting any wins. It all kind of works together, and it's not working right now for the Giants for sure. They're on a bit of a losing streak right now, or at least coming into this series. They lost the first one there. So look, you mentioned it, Al, with some of those numbers there against Strider. Man, this lineup for the Giants, definitely some guys with some donuts here against Strider. And yeah, I don't think he's actually pitched as well as we've expected this season. But man, every time you go out there and you watch when the way he's cooking, the way he throws, I mean, it just feels like maybe he's had some tough luck. Maybe he's gotten hit a little bit and keeping that ERA at 4, but it does feel like he is a little bit better than that. I'm going to follow the guidelines right along there with Al. He liked the team total under. I'm going to go under in the first 5, actually, with the Giants in this game. And I like Strider to mow him down there. I'm going to go Giants team total under in the first 5. So I'm going to just kind of roll with Al on that.
Nice. Hey, that wraps up game number 2. Let's head on over to the third game we're looking at here on Wednesday's slate. We got Boston heading into Philly to take on these Phillies. This is Ramon's game. He's going to get us going here in this one. Boston or the Phillies here on Wednesday. What do you like?
Yeah, it felt like the game of the night there on Monday, or at least some, one of the more exciting games anyway, in the win there for Philly, the walk-off win 3-2 in a low-scoring game, right? And I don't know if that's what people are necessarily expecting in the series, but I think you got a Giolito here, 3.5 ERA or so, and real good numbers against some of these guys. Yeah, maybe he's only been through the lineup once or twice. You got Schwarb's 0 for 4, Marsh 0 for 4, Stott 0 for 6, and the Phillies hit really just a couple of notches above 200 with over 100 plate appearances with the expected lineup here against Boston in this one. Luzardo, 4.29 ERA, but he's had some numbers against a few of these guys, some success, not quite as big of a sample size, really just about 25 plate appearances or so, but a little bit over a 200 average as well. So after seeing that game one of a 3-2 final, I'm going to end up going under here with these two pitchers. I'm going to go under the full game in this one at 8.5, Boston and Philly on Wednesday night.
Turn on over now. What do you like here in this one? Boston and Philadelphia here on Wednesday.
Yeah, I actually like Boston in this one, believe it or not. I'll take a shot with them. Small road dogs here in this one. Luzardo is definitely a better starter than his numbers suggest, but we've really seen. I've just been more impressed with what I've seen out of Giolito lately. I know now he's coming off a rough start, but he had been pitching real well before that, giving up just one earned run in his 3 starts before that last one. Going 7 innings, 7 2/3, and 6 innings in those 3 games before that. So I think he can bounce back a little bit here. He's going up against a pretty good lineup that can show up, but not always the most consistent lineup either. So I think if Giolito can have himself a decent game here, I think he gives his Red Sox a good chance to pull the upset off here. So take a little shot on the dog here on the road.
Hey, and for me here in this one, I'm going to take no runs first inning. As you alluded to, Giolito did get he gave up a few hits. He gave up a home run. So had a couple guys on and gave up a home run, gave up 4 earned runs in that one. Otherwise, he still went 5 innings. So he had a little blip. You see, before that, he hadn't given up anything more than 2 runs in, 6 starts previous. Mm-hmm. So I think he's able to mow down some Phillies early, get us 3 outs. And Luzardo, I think he can get us 3 outs as well here in this one on Wednesday. And that'll get us the Nerfy in this one. So give me no runs first inning. Boston and Philadelphia here on Wednesday. Hey, that wraps up Wednesday's slate of games we got covered for you here today. As always, let us know in the comment section below. What do you think of the 3 games we got covered here? And what you like. And as always, let's do a quick little recap before we head on out. First game we looked at here, we got the Nationals taking on the Reds. This is Al's game. He says take the out special. Take the Reds -1 in that one. And then the second game we looked at, I got the Braves on the run line here over the Giants is the game I like. And then Ramon's game, he says Boston and Philly. Pitchers do a go in here in this one. Take the under. Low-scoring affair. Going to feel like a playoff game here in this one on Wednesday. With these 2 guys going. Love it. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Appreciate each and every one of you. Have yourself a wonderful Wednesday, everybody, and let's do what we always do here, and that is...
Cover
the spread!